joining me is a singer-songwriter out of Kentucky. You can catch her at the Lexi Fest in September, and you can also catch her on the Kentucky Music Showcase the following week after the Lexi Fest. Eliza Sayers is on the air with me right now. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing real good. Thank you so much for joining me for this interview this evening. Truly appreciate it.
Thank you so much for inviting me on.
Well, I hear you had quite a busy week. You was on the news a few days ago.
Yeah.
So how did that go?
Well, we went to go talk about the event at Fox 56, which is kind of weird because I discovered that they film at WKYT, but then it just goes on Fox 56, so it's like a double joint deal or something.
Yes, that caught a lot of people off guard, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
But I guess at the end, it's a matter of getting yourself heard, and that's all that matters, I guess. um,
Yeah.
so, and we're definitely going to get into the Lexi Fest show and the Kentucky Music Showcase in a few minutes. But I want to start off with you in particular. So, what made you decide to become a singer-songwriter? How did it all start it off for you?
And I started piano lessons when I was in the fifth grade, still playing. I play guitar. I've been playing for a year. And I also play ukulele and dulcimer, and I've been playing that for almost half a year. It'll be a year in December. And, yeah, those are the instruments that I play.
Wow. And I've been a fan of Lexington and the Kentucky local music scene for a couple of years. I like to go to shows. I have not seen you perform in person yet, but I look forward to um, at Lexi Fest and at Kentucky Music Showcase. Now, what has it been like getting a chance to do shows? I mean, a lot of people start. It's very rare that artists starts at a young age, such as yourself. So, what has it been like getting a chance to perform and do shows in front of the local crowd? What's that been like?
Uh, it's been really crazy because I actually have only lived in Lexington for about 5 years, and I had no idea moving here what the scene was like. I came from a smaller town in Indiana, which was covered in pretty much corn and boringness, so I never did anything there. And coming here has just been crazy because I go to Scapa Lafayette High School for singing, and I do that every day when school actually starts up, coming up soon. And it's just I've just been overwhelmed with opportunities. People are just so welcoming here, and they genuinely want to see you perform. I've never seen such kindness towards teenage musicians that I have seen in Lexington. I started off, probably the first performance I ever did with my guitar and singing one of my original songs was at Woodsong's Lex Jam, which is every second Saturday of the month. Started off at Natasha's. We ran around for a little bit, and now we're at Willie's. It's just been crazy because I'm only 15.
Man, I don't remember what I was doing when I was 15, but obviously I wasn't. I didn't have the the God-given talent that you have. Singing and playing the guitar. I mean, the multitask.
And
Like
what?
I didn't have the talents that you had, having to sing and play the guitar at the same time. And I've seen a lot of artists. That's multitasking at its finest. That's very and for a woman of your age, I mean, wow. I noticed there's a lot of talented artists here in Kentucky, but there's even more talented younger artists. Pretty much, you can call yourself the next generation of this music scene, cause you look like you in for a long career, pretty much.
I
Um,
guess so.
so and yeah,
Well,
shout out to the people. Shout out to the people of Lex Jam. Those are great people that gives artists like yourself the platform. And I remember you mentioned it to me about you performing. Are you gonna be at Lex Jam next Saturday, by any chance?
oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna be there. I'm pretty much every month unless I have something to do. But I'm there every Lex Jam, and that's where I churn out most of my stuff. That's where I take my new material and get feedback on it, and they're always just so nice. You know, there's Rennie that's there and Willie. They're all just super nice, and they give really great advice and really great feedback. Most people, when they hear a song that's an original song from someone they know, all you hear back is, "Oh yeah, sounds good. That's really good." But they actually give constructive feedback. But it's never mean, and it's always to benefit the artist. It's a great environment over there.
You pretty much give them the scoop. You give them the exclusiveness before everyone else. Lex Jam exclusive from Eliza Sayers, only on Lex Jam. But I've heard a lot of good things about you musically. You definitely. I haven't got, like I said, I haven't had a chance to see you perform yet, but I look forward to, and I would try to make plans to see you in person at Lex Jam.
If you hear any background noise, that would be my 17-year-old brother. He's actually he's actually performing with me. You know, the funny thing about the Lexi Fest is
Hmm.
it's not one.
Yeah.
Um, it's like an a cappella group. It will be me, him, and another girl who's 16 years old. Um, but at the showcase and at Lex Jam, I normally have my guitar, ukulele. You know, I play all of that stuff there.
That's cool. That's cool. Shout out to the brother. It's all the family.
Yeah,
It's a family
you know,
thing.
honestly, he's really annoying me right now because he keeps trying to make me mess up.
Oh man, siblings, man. Shout out to the. I got two sisters, and you know, it's a family thing, I guess. You know,
Yeah,
so I guess it is what it is. I want to start off with Lexi Fest.
yeah,
So that's coming up on the first Sunday of September. It's going to be at
yeah.
Proud Mary's Barbecue. And for the people that don't know, Lexi Fest Festival is a spin-off of the Lexington Music Awards, which they have done for the last 2 years. And it's a chance to, it's kind of like a showcase of sorts, and it's going to be for 7 hours. It's going to be a variety of artists, variety of genres. You're going to be performing there. So let's talk about this Lexi Fest. How's it feel getting a chance to be on the same stage with a variety of artists um, on that particular day coming up? How's that feel like?
Well, I'm really branching out um, in this musical fest because I haven't ever performed a cappella in front of a large audience, especially in such a large setting. And it's just an honor to do it in front of such talented people. And I really have David McLean, my guitar teacher, to thank. He's just been so great. He was the one who told me to go to Lex Jam. He was the one who told me to go to Lexi Fest, and he's just always been so supportive. And I'm really, like I wake up every day, jump out of my bed, get ready, and then I'm like, what am I doing? How did I get here? It's crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So it's gonna be at Proud Mary's Barbecue, located at 90 790 Richmond Road. I know it's a football Sunday. I get all that. People are so eager for football to come back, myself included. But every now and then, you need to take a break from all that. People getting tackled and scoring touchdowns and all that. So come on to the Lexi Fest Festival. It's going to be emceed by Max Corona of Classic Rock 92.1. David McLean is going to be there. And some of the performers from the Kentucky Music Showcase are going to be there as well. $10 is the cover price. And Taylor Hughes, let's see, Lizzie Taylor, Ryan Sinclair, all of the pieces, Soul Jam, just to name a few, are going to be there. Look forward to it. And I'm going to be doing video interviews on that day too, so like post performance interviews type of stuff. I did that last year, and I look forward to doing it this year as well. And I definitely want to get into this Kentucky Music Showcase. It's a lot of buzz about it. People have been talking about it. It was originally scheduled for today, but it's been pushed to September the 10th at a different location. And talk about the showcase that's coming up, and it's all for a good cause, for what I hear.
Yeah, it's to benefit underprivileged kids. We are helping the Central Music Academy, and that academy is all about helping kids who can't afford music lessons, and who would like to. I know that I've just been so blessed. Concerts, shows, they all cost money. But the Central Music Academy is helping kids who can't afford that luxury have it in their life. Because I think being in the arts is crucial in a person's and child's life. I believe when you show up to the showcase, you can actually donate as much as you want, I think.
That is absolutely true. I want to give a huge shout out to Brian and to Colbert as well. They have gotten over 20 local acts to be a part of this, all for a good cause, and for the next generation of local music. Music is powerful. There's a lot of people that wants to get into music, that wants to do music, but they don't have the money, they don't have the resources. So a show like the Showcase, this is coming up on September 10th, and to see people like you and Taylor and Devin and so many others to be a part of this for a good cause, it just shows how much support that this music scene has towards each other, not just towards each other, but those who's trying to get to where they are. So to you, Eliza, and to all the performers, um, kudos to you all for wanting to be part of a show like this. It's definitely uh, a show that I'm looking forward to. And okay. I had like an emotional moment, just digging deep, talking about how excited I am for this showcase, and technology was like, we're gonna cut this off. But it's one of the most anticipated. I would say it's one of the most anticipated local music shows of the year, as far as the ones that I've been able to attend, and I look forward to being there as well and meeting all the performers. It's going to be an awesome show, and it's gonna be going on throughout the day from
Yeah, it's 12 hours.
11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Hopefully, the weather will not be super warm by then, but if it is, may want to bring you some H2O, some sunglasses. Make sure you're cooled off, especially the performers who's got to perform during the warm weather portion of the show. So who knows? Um, Now, for you, Eliza, who do you consider influences in your young music career? Who inspired you to become an artist, a singer, a songwriter? It could be anyone locally or someone mainstream wise.
Well, ever since I was a little kid, my dad has been playing music for me. Just when we'd be working around the house or when I'd be in my bed at being like 3 or something. And I think that really contributes to my musical taste. And one of the artists that he would play for me when I was younger is Regina Spektor. She is a female singer-songwriter and one of the biggest inspirations to me in my music. She once I researched her story, there was no excuse to not pursue because she just overcame so much. Her family uh, moved from Moscow, Russia, and she grew up in New York City, um, just scraping by, and she just, blew up in the independent music scene, and that really inspired me. And her music is just so amazing that it just really showed me that I think if I work hard enough, then I can make a decent, a decent thing out of what I'm doing. I just would really like to give a shout out to my parents, Becky and Tim Sayers. They drive me around. They pay for me. They are essentially my managers. And I just really like to give a shout out to my dad because he is pretty much the reason why I have, a musical taste at all. Otherwise I feel like I'd just be your typical 15-year-old girl listening to top 40. But fortunately, that's not the case.
Shout out to Mama and Pops. It's especially they make sure that you are in a good spot. And more importantly, they support you 100%. They see the potential out of you, and you have blossomed into this incredible young singer-songwriter. And sky's the limit for you. And I look forward to seeing you perform in person and to meet you. So for you, Eliza, um, obviously you got the Lexi Fest show coming up. You got the showcase coming up. You got Lex Jam a week from today. And I know you're going to have a show coming up in October. I
Mhm.
think it's Wine Sinclair's Songwriters Night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be that's a teen version. So usually they have a lot of local artists for that, but for that particular night that you're on, it's for teenagers.
Mhm.
So that's pretty awesome. What are some other shows that you have coming up other than the ones I've already mentioned that you would like to promote?
Well, I just recently was um, involved in a band. I just joined a band. Their name is, well, our name is, since I'm in it now, is One Car City, and we play typically folk music, I'd say, sort of like a folk. And we've been playing around. Our last show was at the SEC Pub, and we've just been practicing a bunch, and we are planning to have more shows coming up. Uh, and I think we have a Facebook page. To be honest, I'm not sure, but we are going to have some shows coming up. And I personally, my biggest ones are going to be the Kentucky Music Showcase, and it's going to be Lexi Fest and stuff like that. But, I'm always at Lex Jam, and I plan on doing a lot of open mics around town, with school coming up and everything, because, no one can forget that I am 15 years old, so I got to get that Algebra 2 homework done before I can go, be an international success. But I pretty much just do open mics at this point.
That's cool. That's cool. And she knows, like everyone else's knows, education comes first. Um,
Always.
so and shout out to One Car City. Yes, they do have a Facebook. Just type their name, One Car City, and their name should pop up. And give them a like. So not only you perform as a solo artist, but you're a part of a band. So That gives you twice the gigs, especially, once you have some free time on your hands. Um, but I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Thank you so much for your time and being on the show this evening, and continued success. And looks like will try to make it to Willie's to see you perform next Saturday, 1 week from today.
Yeah, and thank you so much for having me on. It's really been a blast, and I will probably have to listen to you guys in the future.
That would be nice. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and everybody smash that like button on the One Car City Band page.
Yes, what she said, do it or else she will hunt you down or something. Um, anyway, you have a good night. Have a great weekend.
You too.
All right, bye-bye.